Alright, good morning everyone. It is early. Welcome back. For new people, my name is Steve. It is early. We're gonna go start a new project. Before we start that, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. It really helps out the channel. Pretty good amount of anxiety this morning is I happen to know that the neighbor was screaming and yelling at the guys that were cutting and clearing the lot, telling them they couldn't start till 9 o'clock. And I don't like confrontation. So in my mind, I'm trying to come up with a plan for the confrontation, because I'm pretty sure it's coming, because it's 6:30 right now. Alright, you can see this is the neighbor's house, and this is the lot line. So you can pretty much see why the neighbor's upset. But this is the new house lot that we're going to be doing. I don't know why. I remember there being a lot more stumps than there are here, but that's a good thing. I got the 315 here. I got the brand new bucket in the back of the truck. It's a 39-inch. The one that's on the machine now is a see, I don't like that they put holes in the bucket, but for now we're gonna use a small bucket. I'm gonna grease the heck out of it. And looks like all my markings were done. That's good. Gas line 3 feet off. All right. It's gonna be a big house, but it'll be fine. We will we'll do okay. You're gonna be all right, Steve. If the guy bothers you, just call the cops. That's my plan for confrontation. I know somebody's probably sitting there going, I can't believe this guy's worried about that. I'd tell the guy to go pound sand. Well, when you have to leave your equipment here, I can't move that 315 yet. They just cut boards for my where's my grease gun? I do have an electric grease gun. Squirrel. My trailer, I just had boards cut for it, so as of right now the trailer is getting redone by me in my free time, so I can't move that machine, you know, just like every day at the end of the day. So I have to leave it here, so I don't really want to have any vandalism by an angry neighbor. So I don't know, to be honest with you, while I'm tying my boots, I'll talk to you real quick. If not, people that don't like the talking, you can just skip to the action. But here's the thing. These are the things as like a small business owner you think about, you know what I mean? You think about, like, you know, making enemies with somebody that's gonna vandalize your stuff. I mean, the machine's fully insured, but here's the thing that people don't understand. This pickup truck was fully insured when I had an accident with it where someone pulled out in front of me, and I got screwed. The insurance companies, people go, oh, it's fully insured. You get screwed. So I'm always like worried that I'm gonna have a problem or something. Or, I don't know where I'm going with that. Shut up, Steve. Get to work. I didn't grease this machine at the end of the day on the last job. I like to. See, that's the red tacky. That's not what we use in this machine anyways. This is what I got from Cat. I knew there wasn't much left in that one, but the last job we used it, so we're gonna give it some grease and then we'll get going here. All right, so far so good. No sighting of the neighbor. My anxiety's calmed down a little bit. To be honest with you, when I purchased this 315, I was thinking maybe it might be a little too big for the work that I do, but look at the size of this stump. This is a pine stump and they have tap roots that chase the water. So this thing's pretty big. I've been listening to the radio, just trying to make it through the morning. But it's tough. I don't like to strip lots like this, but normally I like to go around and yank out all the stumps first and then strip the topsoil. But what I'm doing is I'm windrowing the topsoil as I'm stripping the stumps this way, and I'm flopping it all towards the front of the lot so we can get it on trucks. But the reason why I'm doing that is because when they cleared, they came in with a mulcher and they mulched everything. So if I just go around and get the big stumps that I can see, I'm afraid I'm going to miss all the little ones. Because my buddy James and I did a job down in Dennis where the same company cleared it. They do a great job of clearing. It's just their method of mulching the saplings about, like, you know, that big around. I have to get rid of the stumps for that, so I can't just throw them in the topsoil. So if you look out over this lot, it looks like, you know, just a couple stumps. Now, I know somebody's gonna say, well, you should have had them cut them tall. I don't want them to cut tall. I want them flush like that. What I don't like is when they mulch them. Anybody that knows what I'm talking about will tell you that trying to remove mulch stumps is like fishing for a needle in a haystack. The big stumps, I like them flush cut because look at, if you see how much is sticking off of that one that they left, that takes up extra room in the trailer. To me, that should have went in the chipper. You know, that log? I don't want that, and I want the room for the stumps in the truck. So anyways, I do feel good about the purchase of this machine though. Out in the open there because there's no stump there. Just gonna clear a little spot here to put the dirt from the stump. That it rained out, so it's got a little moisture in it, but when this clay right here, according to the soil log, it's just a couple feet of it. But when this clay dries out, oh, she's not happy with this dirt. Stuff gets hard as a rock. That's why I wanted to leave the small bucket on here, not put the new bucket on until we got all these stumps out. Figured for a week, I gave myself a week to stump this lot and strip this lot. It's gonna be long days. These pines are horrible. got the mirror right here, so when I'm backing up or spinning, I can see where I'm spinning. There's not a lot of stumps on this job site, but boy, they're the worst kind. Taproot and clay. I probably should have bought a 330. Problem with that is the bigger the machine, the bigger the jobs you need. I actually don't like big jobs. Can't stand them. I like the small in and out paychecks. That's how I built my business, on small jobs. In and out, couple, maybe like 2 days of dealing with that particular job, and then I get to reset. Look at this clay. Then it gets down into the nice sand. Once we cut this lot to where it needs to be, I'll be happy if we can mix that sand. Good Lord, look at it. Bryson says I always sound negative. I told him it's not negative, it's just honest. I'm just being honest, and honestly it sounds negative. He said, you always sound like a Debbie Downer. I don't mean to, but I'm just stating what's going on. Try to sound positive. Look at this lovely stump we have here. This is a lovely stump that blessed us with an hour or half an hour of digging. Oh, we're so lucky to have this stump. If it wasn't for this beautiful stump, you know, we would have been doing less digging. I love this stump. If this stump wasn't here, I wouldn't be able to play with my machine for an hour on one stump. Boy, I hope this stump never comes out. This is awesome. This is so great. You see what I mean? It sounds stupid. I gotta tell it how it is. Pine stumps suck. They smell good. I really like that pine fresh. Look at that thing. Like I said, there's not a lot of stumps on this job, but they're big. We've had all this rain, and look at that thing is still dry and powdery on the bottom. This is ridiculous. a double. We got a big taproot pine and we got a oak. And I pushed out the loam over here so I could stack the fill so we can put the fill back in the hole, pack it down, so we don't contaminate it with the loam. We call it loam here, L-O-A-M, raw loam. Raw loam when it's unscreened, screen loam, you know, when it's screened. I got this thing loose, but a lot of guys will go around and they'll just yank out the stumps and throw stuff in the hole, but then, you know, I gotta dig the house lot and then I'll be running into pockets of topsoil everywhere. I hate that, so I don't do it. I don't know if you can see, she's wiggling, but it's like, I'm gonna call my dentist and figure out how to pull this thing, because the roots in there pretty good. Come on. Oh, do we got it? Do we got it? Do we got it? Come on, 315. Make us proud. Gotta get this job done. Daddy needs the money. Come on. Ah! Money for a new kidney after all this banging around. This is why I like them to cut them flush so I can reach over them. And when they leave them tall, you can't reach over them. I'm gonna curl the bucket. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Yeah. I wish this camera had a screen on the front like my old camera, but come on, baby, come on. I don't want to tip over and put this stump through the cab and kill myself either. So, come on, come on, come on. Woo! This Theory 15 is old, but man, got the sack. Look at that. Even the guy driving by is looking. Look at that. See that down the bottom? That's that taproot I was telling you about. These pines, they chase water. See how long that is? Look at that. That's a thumbnail picture. Maybe we'll use that, huh? Let's get the bucket down in the picture. Look at that. I probably won't use it though. I'm just talking shit. This sucker's heavy. They slip if you don't. We'll have to split that somehow later. Whoop. Yeah, baby. Look at that. Good Lord. All right. Now we can put the good fill back in the hole, so when we drag that windrow over it, we don't make a pocket, a topsoil sinkhole pocket. What we don't want is, we don't want topsoil pockets on the lot. So that's why I don't just go in and stump it and then leave because I have to dig it out. This isn't that big of a machine for these stumps to just pluck out of the ground. So to dig them out, I have to pull up the dirt from the bottom. And when you pull up the dirt from the bottom, it gets everywhere if you don't have anywhere to put it. So what I'll do is pack this all down and flatten it back out. Holy shit, look at this thing. Looks like World of Wars. That thing that Tom Cruise was fighting against. Look at it. Look at it. This stump. You gotta be kidding me. Every stump on this lot was like a dig out stump. You know what I mean? None of them were like a pull out stump. got another big one. This one's an oak. This one's got some pretty good amount of clay packed around it. This is what happens when I leave Cape Cod. I run into clay. That's okay though. 315's kicking ass. I had to shut the front window because the wind was blowing dust like right in and sandblasting me in the face. Come on, come on. There we go. That's a big one. Looks like it would just come out, right? No. The damn battery died. Look at all these GoPro batteries I gotta carry around. I almost had it out, I think, and then the GoPro died. Well, I guess not. I thought I had it out. See, now I got somewhere to put the fill. I don't have to worry about putting it in the crap. A little bit is fine, but you don't want a lot of. You don't want a lot of soil in there. Look at, I'm telling you, that damn tap room. You gotta get the bucket under it. That's why I don't like when the tree guys cut them tall. Tree guy that cut all this down, he's really good. But you see how I'm like reaching over it, cutting under it? If it was tall, I'd be, look at, I'd be into the thumb. Tree line right there, just on the other side of that tree line is the Cape Cod Canal. So look how much lower my pickup truck is. These pines, the roots, they just chase the water. They're looking for moisture, so they keep going down and down and down. I did a house one time, a house lot with a foundation, 12-foot deep foundation, big mansion, and found pine roots at the bottom. Sometimes you can get like this, like a crowbar, and curl the bucket. This isn't one of them times. bottom of the thumb is right about where the dirt starts. So look at how that's like, you know, look at this. Look at that. You know what that is? That's some bullshit. Look at this big son of a bitch. Big old bastard. Big old son of a bitch. Son of a bitch bastard. Wow, it's really getting windy. Would you look at that? Just look at it. Look at this big old bastard. Big old son of a bitch. Big old son of a bitch bastard. Oh, it's getting late in the day. Might need some more coffee. Well, that's day one. This machine did pretty good. I got quite a bit of raw loam to haul out of here, man. It's just like I said, I got to get it out of my way while I'm digging these big stumps out, so I can put the clean fill back in. But I'm pretty happy with that. I'll bring the skid steer here because I don't have a bulldozer. Wish I had a bulldozer, but you know. But windrow, open area, windrow, open area, windrow, stumps. So it kind of looks like I know what I'm doing. Deleted the DEF shit because it was they were having so many problems with it. The only thing I never liked about this truck was the fuel pedal. Why's that? It needs like a stiffer spring. It's like hard to shift sometimes. And the way that the pedal comes out like this, I like the old school ones that sit on the, you know, they're bolted to the floor and then go forward. This one comes out of the dash and then you know, goes down. Sometimes I find it like real touchy with my foot. Like I'm like holding my foot off of it. Huh. Your door's open. Is it? Bryson's never been in an 18 speed. So this little gray button here is a high and a low for each gear. So like right now I'm in low. I'll shift them all so Bryson can see. A lot of guys will flip the button in gear. I actually don't like to. I like to pull it out, flip it, put it back in. I find it to be smoother. I mean, I'm sure someone in the comments will be like, oh, you better just flip the button. Do it however you want to do it. I'm just saying I found it to be a lot smoother and faster if you pull it out, put it back in, just like that. Pull it out, flip the gray button, pull it back in. You don't even have to do the bottom. So everybody always says to me, oh, how do you shift? I only shift the top, I only shift the bottom. Depends on the weight of the load, depends on what I have on the truck, to be honest with you. If I have the low bed on and I'm like turning, going up a hill, I'll split them all, even the bottom. If I'm empty, I'll usually run in like high. Or if I'm in like traffic or something, I don't know. It depends on how the truck feels, how you're going up the road, the incline of the road, the weather. I mean, it's like so many different variables. Like, I used to hate when people would say, how do you shift? How are you shifting? Are you doing the... Somebody honking at us? No. People will go, how are you shifting? You shift just the bottom, you shift the high. I'm like, to be honest with you, I never shift the same. The situation's always different. Problem with cool visors, during the day you can't see the lights. Nighttime you look at the reflection on the hood of the truck. Bryson was amazed that I don't look at the hood.
Yeah, I have to see the hood to drive anything. Pickup, car.
Well, you gotta judge. You know your hood is there. You know how far away you need to be from something. So, I mean, because you can't see the bumper, even if you stood up as high as you want. So you still need to be able to judge the distance, or you're going to wipe out the bumper. So if you can judge distance of the bumper, the hood should be no problem. Can't see the fender either. See this button here? This is why it was shifting bad. This thing idles up on its own all the time. I remember that. I remember that when I first got this truck. I hated that. I always had to kick it down, otherwise you couldn't get it in gear. Look at it. Smooth now. See, now I'll shift all 18. Check it. If that thing is not kicked down, this thing does not like to shift correctly. I gotta roll up my window so we don't make eye contact with the car over there because I didn't turn the wall. Wimpy engine brake though. Huh? It's got a wimpy engine brake.
doesn't sound good.
I don't like that sometimes the fuel pedal goes dead, like right now.
I like when the engine brake sounds like a helicopter and a machine gun.
Be honest with you, my last truck I had over here, working right now, was single turbo C15 NBN. Everybody used to say it's more bad news, but that thing, the driver that drives it now tells me it always runs. Always.
All right, everybody, so this is what it's looking like right now. Getting the rest of the material off. This obviously isn't going to be the finished grade, but you know, we just wanted to make it look neat. We don't really like leaving things a mess, so just backbladed around back and forth. This random lump of dirt right here, this is actually a rock. I couldn't get it out with the skid steer. I'm gonna bring the cat over here and we'll probably pluck it out. And then we still got to just grab that stump. We're just focusing on getting the material off now. Well, we have, or like the bulk of the material, I should say, while we have use of the truck from our buddy Nick. So the reason we don't have the tractor trailer with the dump trailer is because I guess the trailer was sitting for a little while before we used it, so the brakes were locking up. So we ended up using the Pete triaxle here for the bulk of it. We did all the stumps and then like a couple loads of loam with the dump trailer, but we ended up using this for the majority of everything, which is fine because it's a kick-ass truck. You know, you can haul a lot with that. So that was just like a little bit of a setback, not really much, just because like that trailer you can pack so much more into. As opposed to that, I think 20-yard body. When we changed buckets, we had a bit of an issue with the pin that goes on the back ear of the bucket. So that back pin right there, the pin must not be sitting correctly, because every time we put a bolt through it, it is just shearing it off. It's just the bolt has to be spinning in there, and it's just cutting either end of the bolt off. And then the middle of the bolt gets stuck through the pin, and then because there's no bolt there, you get dirt and crap down in there, and then it's grinding back and forth, which is no bueno. That's not good. So we had to troubleshoot with that a lot. So shout out to our friend Randall for helping us with that. We do have a bolt in there now, and it doesn't seem to be, actually, I mean, it's worked all day. It hasn't sheared off, hasn't broken. So we did end up readjusting the pin, and it was fine. But that was an issue that we had. That was a setback. Apart from that, this has gone really smooth. It's just a ton of material, you know? Like, the camera doesn't really do it justice. You guys that work in dirt, you guys know how much material this is based on the size of the pile. And you know, when we're running one truck at a time, it's a bit slower. He wants it to go super fast. I told him, you know, factor for multiple days, but you know, he wants to do world record speed and get all this out in 45 minutes, but that's not going to happen. That's just how he is. Some more dirt off, he says. Alright, I finally got that. I had sit here for a little bit and knock dirt off of it, but I finally got that stump in the truck. And that's it. We're gonna pack it up, and Tuesday they're coming to stake off where the cell hole's going. Monday or Tuesday. Either or.